Hello, good evening. How are you doing? I am so excited to be with you. I told you that I was going to come on here every day until the event, which is the Be You, Do You, Live You experience, January the 25th at 9 a.m. to 5 o'clock. And you know it's the West Coast time, right? But listen, don't let that stop you at all. You can come in person or you can come virtual, but either way, I got you covered. But tonight, I tell you, forgive me for doing this kind of late, but one of the things that I am learning is if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do something. And so earlier, I'm checking some things here because I did not mean to pop on here. Oh, I see exactly what the problem is. Wait, let me fix something. Give me a second. Perfect. Okay. Hello, everyone. Just in case my sound did not pick up, I had to change the microphone there. If I look like I'm energetic at 11:25 tonight, East Coast time, let me tell you, before I get into the topic tonight, let me just tell you, have you ever had one of those days where you just felt like crying? You felt like life was so unfair. You felt like maybe this is not it. Maybe I missed the mark. Maybe there is something else I should be doing. And that's how I felt all day. And plus I had a little bit of, some other issues happening in my body here. But I was getting ready to give in. I gave into that. But I didn't go on social media. I didn't go like, here is my problems, everybody. I didn't do any of that. I had to take a moment to gather myself. And I said, you know what? I am committed to coming on here every day live and just to encourage, to inspire, to educate you, and for you to know that guess what? I'm going to be your voice of reason. I'm telling you, sometimes you need a voice of reason in your ear. Some would say reasoning, but I like to say reason. A voice of reason. Here's the reasons why you can never give up on yourself, because you don't win if you give up. Here's the reason why you need the voice of reason in your ear is because sometimes you need someone with some sound words, sound encouragement for you. I don't ever want people, if I'm down in the pit, I don't need a crowd. I don't need company. Let me put it this way. I don't need company when I'm down. I need somebody who's going to say, Dana, here, I'm dropping down a lifeline. Pick it up. Grab it. You don't belong down there. And you want people in your life that's going to tell you, you don't belong there. You shouldn't be over there. That's not beneficial to you. And so I'm so excited tonight. But tonight I'm going to be on here briefly. And I know some of you are in bed already. It's okay. You can watch it later. Watch it tomorrow. Some of you can't go to sleep. You don't know why you can't go to sleep. And so you coming on, you'll watch this probably 2 o'clock in the morning. That's okay. It was worth me doing this live video, because I want to put something in your hearing before you close your eyes and before you count the sheep. And so as you're going to bed tonight, I want the message, or what I'm going to share tonight, I want that to be in your hearing. And I want you to be meditating on it, because I guarantee you're going to take action. You're going to take action. So let me put this disclaimer here. Yes, I am here to get you to register for the Be You, Do You, Live You experience. That's my what's in it for me. But I'm willing to give an exchange. I'm willing to let you see how you doing, what's going on. I want you to hear hello, and I want you to experience this powerful nugget that I want to share with you. You may have never heard about identity. Oh, come on here. Identity disconnect. Let me say it again. You may never have heard about identity disconnect before. And so I want to just spend a few moments with you so you can assess yourself. Everything that we do at DMWI is all about assessing yourself. Once you assess yourself, I need you to move and take action. So here's an example. If you know you have a bad attitude, You know you have a bad attitude. Make sure everything's fine. Okay, perfect. You know you have a bad attitude. It's not enough that you assess, I have a bad attitude. Now you have to take action because it's not good for you to stay in that condition. It's not good that you have a bad attitude. It's good that you have a great attitude, a good attitude, a healthy attitude. Why? Because nobody wants to be around somebody that has a bad attitude. I'm telling you, it's like, oh, don't go over there. Nuh-uh, not today. I don't have that kind of time. I don't have that kind of energy. Because since COVID-19, we all have assessed our priorities. We all have recognized, you know what? The things that I used to focus on and worry about, life's too short and I don't have that kind of energy. I am all about making sure I become my best self. I live my best life according to my terms. So my terms for my best life, it may not be the same for you. So that's why I wanted to put my objective up front. What am I baiting you with? I'm baiting you with today's lesson. Yes, I am. Why? Because I want you to say, you know what? I want more of what she's saying. So I'm telling you, I'm upfront with mine. What's in it for me? I want you to register. I want to wake up tonight and I want to see that I had 25 tickets sold. Yes, I do. And I would love to see you in person. But guess what? If you come in virtual, it's not a problem. I welcome you to come virtual, okay? So listen, for those who come virtual, you will be able to, you say, well, Dana, if I'm on the East Coast, what time does that start for me? It's at 12 o'clock. If you're in Central Time, it's 11. So if you're Mountain Time, it's at 10. You kind of get the idea, right? And so, but listen, for those who are virtual, we will give you access to the entire recording for 30 days. So let's just say you can't stay for the whole event, which I don't know why you would not, but just in case you cannot, I am offering you, guess what? I want you to show up. Hi, Dana, I'll wave back at you, but I also want you to be able to say, you know what, I may not be able to stay for the whole thing. This is just for the virtual, whether you get the deluxe ticket, oh, and please get that platinum ticket because you want to get some beautiful things with that one. But or for those who get the silver ticket, not a problem. But for those who come virtual, you say, well, man, I don't know if I can be there for the whole length of time. I don't know why you can't. Well, guess what? You're going to be able to access everything on demand for 30 days. That's my way of saying to you, listen, I want to see you there, but just in case that you have to pop out for an hour or two, I don't want you to feel bad that you missed something, okay? Because when you have the entire day on demand, you can watch it 2 o'clock in the morning sitting in your living room, okay? With your night clothes on, but with your books and everything that you can take your notes and so forth. So let's put those excuses out of the way. But anyway, I am so excited about tonight's information for you because I wanted you to know some things that why I am stressing this entire year. Be you. Do you, live you. I want that to be so ingrained in you. And we're going to have t-shirts that say be you, do you, live you. Yes, I'm excited. And so I won't be wearing one because, you know, as the presenter, I have to present, right? And so you'll see my quirky person. I'm a big nerd, but I'm also hilarious. I'm funny. I'm challenging. I'll never talk down to you. My goal is always to talk up to you. My goal is always to encourage you. I don't have a boot camp kind of a style personality. You know, I have fun with it. Sometimes I say, Dana, remember to smile while you're talking, girl. So you don't think you're mad and angry, but I'm not. But I hate when people want to be somebody else. It is like nails on a chalkboard to me. And so I am so excited to have this opportunity to share identity disconnect. Now, many of you will say, what is it? But you know, I'm going to build up the suspense. But I want you to think of a time where you were not yourself. You were somebody. You were pretending to be somebody else. I just want you to think about it. Could it have been when you were in high school? Could it have been when you were on the job? Could it have been when you were the new person in the parent association? Could it have been you were the new person in your sorority or your fraternity? And let me just put this disclaimer here. The be you, do you, live you experience, it's not a woman's event. I'll just let you know that. We do market to women, but this is for people from all backgrounds, from all ethnicities, come on, from all walks of life, I'll tell you, all backgrounds, everything. So I welcome all types of people to come, because guess what? The information is universal. It's not just for the woman, okay? Even though I am a woman, but I speak universal. I create products and services and things for for a universal purpose. So we're not excluding men in any capacity. Men, you're welcome to come. Bring your frat brothers and so forth. But let me get back to this. So has there ever been a time where and I'm going to stop at 12 o'clock, so I'm going to get this lesson in. So if there's ever been a time where you were not you were an imposter. You didn't feel comfortable being you because you were afraid that you would be judged. You were afraid that others would ostracize you. You know, when I was in corporate, the most power employees had was to me was the lunchtime. Can I take a little sip of water? And what I mean by that is that they knew the boss ran the show. Come on here, they just knew that. And I was a boss, so you ran the show. Let's call it what it is. But the power of the employees had was I can snub my boss when it comes to lunch. I don't have to invite her, hey, we all going to pitch in and, we all not pitching. We all are going to order from a certain place. And so they would like walk past the office, like, they're mad at something I may have said or did. And I could have been wrong, but sometimes I was not. But anyway, I digress. Y'all know that already. And so, walk past, or if they were short, like it was a minimum requirement. Hey, listen, we're going to get some food. We're going to order some food. You want to join us? And I'd be like, no, because guess what? You're not going to make that minimum now, because I picked up on the issues. They were imposters. They were being friendly towards me, being considerate towards me, because what was in it for them, they was trying to get their food delivered. They didn't want to go out there in the rain or the snow or whatever. I know the weather may have not been, ideal, or somebody probably didn't want to get in their car and pick up any food. So they were being imposters. And I know sometimes in our life, we always look at others being the imposter. But I want to ask you the question tonight. Have you been the imposter? Have you been the person where you are not comfortable in your own skin? And that can be applicable to whether you are Caucasian, whether you are Asian, whether you are Latino, whether you are African American. Or has there ever been a time when you were not comfortable in your own skin? I want you to think about that. I want you to ponder this lesson tonight. Oh, I want you to ponder it. I want you to go to bed where you wrestle with what I'm talking about. Identity disconnect. I told you, I don't Google my stuff, honey. I just do not. But I understand the makeup of self. I understand where people get trapped. I understand where people get stuck. I understand where people get paralyzed, where they can't move. And when you learn who you are, and when you embrace who you are, and when you consistently work on you, that you can be the best version of yourself, man, that's an asset to everybody. You're an asset to your company. You're an asset to your family. You're an asset to yourself. Have you ever been a liability to you? Oh, girl, what you saying, Dana? Have you ever been a liability to yourself? See, when you struggle with identity disconnect, oh, you are in grave danger. See, a lot of times we think betrayal and hurt and mistrust will come from somebody else in the crowd, somebody else, not in our family, or maybe it's in our family. But what happens when you betray you? I know I am saying something. I know I am. I don't know why I got this fired up energy right now. Woo! I don't know why I have it, but I'm excited. This is the kind of energy that you will experience at the event. I'm not looking for you to pump me up. Come on now. No, I'm coming to give you some pumped up information that'll make you stand tall and make you say, okay, this is going to be the beginning. This is not my last year of being the best year of my life. No, I expect from this moment forward that I win, I accomplish. If something don't go the way I want it to go, I know how to bounce back. I know how to take a breath. I know how to assess. And I know how to go, okay, let's get going. See, a lot of times when things happen in our life, we don't know how to forge ahead because we let something paralyze us. I am facing the greatest challenge right now. I mean, literally. And what kept me going was, I said, didn't you say you were going to come on here every day? I didn't say what time. I said, I'm going to pop up. But I'm going to come up here. I'm going to come on here every day, 2 days before the event starts. And just to empower and encourage. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm going to give into you. Give and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, what? Shaken together, run over measure given to your bosom. So I am using my gift and my passion for teaching. I'm going to sow it into you tonight. Because I'm expecting what? I'm expecting a return. Hey, that's how it works. We always think of that as intangible. No, I'm giving up my talent. Therefore, I'm going to get it back. Hey, so let me go back to identity disconnect. So you thought I forgot where I left off. I did not. Has there ever been a time when you were the imposter? Because you didn't want people to see the real you. Oh, I'm theatrical too, so I'm just letting you know that right now. I'm not somebody going to read off a PowerPoint. I will have a PowerPoint. Trust me, I will. Just for visualization. For those who need a visual, okay? But sometimes we have a mask on because we think that protects us. But when you have a mask on, people don't get to know the real you. They only get to know the person you are pretending to be. And when you finally take the mask off and you show your real eyes, your real lips, all of that, they may not like what they see because you presented a false reality of yourself. That's why it is important that you learn to be you. See, whether I have on makeup or whether I have this hair or I may have a different hair and all of that, I am still Dana at her core. I'm still me. I may use enhancers, but I'm still Dana. I still have a core belief. I still know my character. I still know what my strengths are, my weaknesses are. I still know what my personality type is. I still know what I want, what I like, what I dislike, and what my fantasies are. Oh, and I do have some fantasies. Before you like, ooh, what's she saying? Look up the word fantasy. Whenever people hear the word fantasy or fantasies, they always think something taboo, something forbidden. But that's not what a fantasy means. I'm not going to tell you. You got to do some homework tonight. You look that up for yourself. Or you can get the book, Self-Discovery 33, and I tell you in the book what a fantasy is. And sometimes the reason that we don't have healthy, I'm just going to digress for a second. I'm going to get back to my topic. 11:43, I'm bringing it on home. The reason that some of us have horrible relationships, sorry about that, or toxic, or unhealthy relationships, is because we don't know ourselves. So we go into a relationship not aware of who we are, what we want. And sometimes we take on the wants. We take on somebody else's identity. We take on their behavior, their mannerism, their personality. See, I can be around all walks of people, but I will never blend in with the people. That's not being arrogant. No. Why? Because I'm a person that's going to stand out. Why? Because of your outfit? No. Because of my personality. Oh, why? Because you're going to be the loudest one in the room? Not at all. I can be quiet and still command the room. I can. And so can you. It's not about the one that's yapping all the time. No. Learning to walk in your authority. Learning to walk in your presence. Oh, come on now. It's not about you switching. Yeah, you get attention that way. But when you have that walk of authority, when you come to know who you are, there's a certain walk about you. My mother used to say, when I was in corporate, she said, I used to love, you used to have your power suits on, and you she said, girl, you have your power suit, and you like boom, boom, bang, bang. There's a certain walk about you. It wasn't the power suit though. It wasn't how I styled my hair. It wasn't the makeup that I had on. It was an inner knowing that, hey, I got this. And it gave me, that boosted me. I don't need clothes to boost me. Come on. If you saw what I had, look, I got a nice top on. Y'all like that top? I got a nice little top on. But guess what? The pants don't match the top. Yes, that's right. I'm not being an imposter. I'm just being comfortable. But I believe that if I'm going to come on and talk to you, I'm going to be presentable. So I'm going to pucker up these lips for you. Because I want you to be able not to fall in love with who I am. How you doing tonight? But I want you to fall in love with what I'm saying. Identity disconnect is a person that presents a false reality of who they are. And the only way a person can be connected, their identity can be connected, is when they become self-aware of who they are. And if you struggle, you could be working at a Fortune 500, you could be the head of HR, the head of IT, you could be a CIO, Chief Information Officer, you can be the CEO of your business, you can be the pastor of your church. Come on, don't matter what leadership title you have, and you could still be a person that has an identity disconnect crisis. See, we always talk about get the goal, get the goal, get the goal. But what happens when you do get the corner office that you have worked so hard to get to, and you finally get it? But your issue is not the men in the room. They're not even your problem. They're like, welcome, hey, come. We're glad to have you here. We look forward to your contribution. Because you know when you get that corner office, it's not for you to just sit there and put your feet up on the desk and be like, I can chill. No, they want you to have some significant contributions at that level. Because why? They're paying you at that level. But if you don't know who you are, you will be very hypersensitive around people in the room. And you will take everything personal. Oh, they're saying that they didn't like my idea because I'm a woman. They didn't like my idea because I'm a Latino. They didn't like my idea because I'm a black woman. They didn't like my idea because, I'm an Asian woman. They didn't like my idea because I'm a brown woman. You'll find excuses. But when you know yourself, that means you also know when you miss it. You also know when you know what? I could have tightened that report up better. So when I do get corrected, even if it's in front of my peers, my colleagues and so forth, I cannot take it offensively. I will not let those words, I'll take those words as, okay, let me take what I need so that I can be better. Not to save face, but I want to be better. Because I'm on the team to be an asset, not on the team to be a liability. So that's why it is important. I'm looking at my time. That's why it's important that you make sure you don't have an identity disconnect. Because when you have an identity disconnect, people never get to know who you really are. That's why the first 3 questions on the front of the book is what? Who are you? What do you want? How do you want to be remembered? And many people struggle with those 3 questions. Now I have 33 more points in the book. That's just 3 of them. But I came on here tonight so I could put some food in your thought. Am I an imposter? Am I someone that I claim to be, but I'm not? Because when you have an identity disconnect, you really don't know just how valuable you really are. You don't really know your full potential. You don't even know what you're good at. You only see some things. But when you learn to be you, do you, oh my goodness, and live you, it's like the world opens up a whole new realm for you to operate in. Not for you to see the world pass you by. No, it's for you to present your big picture to the world. And guess what? The world can handle all of our big pictures. You just got to learn to get your frame and get in the frame. And if you're going to get in the frame, make sure it's the real person that we're looking at. I don't want to see a fake Mona Lisa. I want to see the real Mona Lisa. I don't want to see a fake Queen Elizabeth. I want to see the real Queen Elizabeth. I don't want to see a fake Nelson Mandela. Well, he is deceased. God rest his soul. But what I'm saying is, I don't want someone to be him because he's already made his contribution. He has already created history, how he has been remembered. So we don't need someone trying to imitate another Dr. Martin Luther King. Stop imitating these dead folks. We want to see who you are. What is your contribution? And if you struggle with your identity, or you want to tighten up, because sometimes people don't want to come to something or invest in this. I don't want to get a book on how to be a better parent. I don't want someone to think that I'm not a good parent. No, having the information is excellent. It may not be for you. It might be when you're talking to other parents and somebody mentions a problem. You're, oh my God, I just read about that in the book. You can give a highlight and then, hey, get the book for yourself. Or you can bless the person with the book. Stop running away from you investing in yourself. You're worth the investment. You know, my car needs some maintenance. Do you think I am ashamed? I'm going to hide my car from my neighbors. I don't want them to know I'm going to the car dealership. Do you think I care? When it comes to maintenance, who cares? Who knows? You have to go into the hospital. You have to have surgery. Who cares if you have to go to the therapist because you want to kind of get some layers off of you? Who cares if it can make you better? Would you not take the investment? See, when you have an identity disconnect, you are still about what people think of you. And a lot of people have not walked in a purpose because they're trying to fulfill somebody else's purpose. Somebody else wrote the blueprint for their life, and they're going to live up to that blueprint. But when you come to the be you, do you, live you experience, we're going to cut those ties. Oh, I have a powerful exercise. Oh my goodness. That even if you're coming virtually, you can do the exercise with us. Oh, it's so good. Tell me ready. I'm going to have you moving. Oh, yes, I am. Yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am. You in the room. I'm in the room. I'm going to make sure you're comfortable being in the room. So I just want to come on here and tell you one way that you can cut the identity disconnect is decide, I'm going to be me. All the way. All the way. If you saw how I was earlier today, oh my God, can I tell you, I had a crying spell. Oh my goodness. I'm not two. But you know what? Me crying was me getting it out. Me crying was a way for me to express myself. And I didn't make the whole house, suffer because of it. No, I had to get that thing out. And I was still struggling with it. But then I remember tonight and I said, you told the people that you were going to come on today. I was like, I'll do it at 8 o'clock. I'll come on at 8. Then it was like 10:15. I'll do it at 11. And I was like, I said, girl, pull it together. Because somebody needs to hear what you're going to say. They may watch this video at 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, after I record, I'm going to post it where I need to post it. But I just want you to understand that COVID-19 isn't your problem. The latest variant of COVID-19 isn't your issue. Your siblings who are thriving and they're all about their business, they are doing their thing. your neighbor, your co-workers, others online where you see them like, oh, like they blowing up, they doing their thing, they walking in their purpose. And you feel like you stuck. You feel like, well, what's wrong with me? It's not them. You just got to make a decision to be a better you. You got to make a decision to commit to you. That's how you cut the identity disconnect. Excuse me. You cut those strings that are trying to hold you down. You trying to go up, but then those strings are just trying to weigh you down. Oh, no, you got to cut the strings at the source. Some of you need bigger scissors and just do one snip, or have a sharp knife and you go, just don't cut your hair, right? Why? Because I don't want anything weighing me down. And if you're going to walk into a better self-awareness of you, oh, you got to let go of your identity disconnects. And that means that sometimes that may involve people. I remember removing myself out of a friendship circle. I remember. And it didn't go well. Now I have to admit, I didn't handle it properly. Even though I gave them a warning like years in advance. When it's finally D-Day, like this is the day, I'm like stepping forth. They didn't receive it, didn't handle it. So I own that. See, when you are aware of you, you will own when you mess up. But when you have an identity disconnect, it's somebody else's fault. No, it was not my fault. It wasn't my fault. Nope, it wasn't my fault. No, that was them. It's always them. It's them. No. When you are aware of who you are, you will stand tall and say, you know what? I did say that. Yeah, I said that. I did that. And you don't own it in a prideful way. You own it from a place of accountability and from a place of integrity. Yes, that happened. And if I offended you by what I said or what I did, I apologize. And be sincere in the apology. Not trying to save face. And I don't care if you receive the apology or not, if you don't believe me. It's about me always being true to myself. I don't want to, when you talk about fake news. I don't want to have a fake Dana. No, I always want to be truthful. I always want to be. And I want you to be the same way. We got 3 minutes. What's midnight? Woo, 3 minutes, what? But I'm going to see you tomorrow. And I don't know, I might do it later again. I don't know, but I will make time in my schedule to do this. Remember the 2-for-1 special for $199, which means that each person pays $100. Excuse me. Guess what? It comes down tomorrow morning. I told you that. Tomorrow morning. And then it's like, hey, but if you're like me, get that VIP. Why? Because you want those experiences. And I got something special that I didn't even put on the VIP ticket list. I keep saying VIP. It's called the Platinum ticket, right? I forgot that we renamed it. But remember, the information's been scrolling all this time since I've been talking. You should be taking action. You know what? I'm going. Because I do struggle with identity disconnect. Yes, I'm going. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. I can't meet her in Carlsbad, California, but I can come virtually. Yes, I'm coming. I'm not just going to buy the ticket and then don't show up because I got 30 days to watch the recording. No, don't do that. Don't set yourself up. Don't do that. Make the investment. So I am Dana Michelle Woods. I am the visionary creator of the Be You, Do You, Live You experience. And listen, days are coming fast and I'm excited because guess what? We are going to do this together. Oh, yes, we are. We're going to cheer each other on. It's powerful information that the time is going to fly by so fast. You're not going to be sitting there like, okay, I'm watching everybody else. No, you're not going to be just hearing me. I'm not lecturing. I'm going to be empowering you. I'm going to be encouraging you, but I'm also more above all things, I want to educate you. Because I want you to never utter the words, I wish I was like my sister. I wish I was like my brother. I wish I was like her. When you're saying you're saying to yourself, I'm not good enough. And you're saying that person is better than you. No, that is different. So don't worry about who all is coming. Don't try to get your posse together. No, you make the investment in yourself. See, let me tell you a story. I'm going to end it right here. Oh, I want one quick. I knew that I was going to be a speaker. I knew I was going to be on world stage. I always knew about myself. I did. And I went to this event one time and this guy was there. And I said to him, how do you remain humble? And he said these words to me: never believe your own press. See, the moment you need to hear the crowd chant your name, and the moment you just see, the moment you get puffed up because you got your press release, you got your book out, you got this out and all of that, and you begin to think that you're better than people, you are headed for pride. You are headed for a fall. And I'm so glad he gave me that nugget, because that's what grounds me. Because I don't ever want to I don't need to hear the crowd chant my name. I just want the crowd to be ready to receive what I'm going to give them. So I'm Dana Michelle Woods. Listen, remember, you can go to www.beyoudoliveyou.com to get your ticket, flyers there, share the video, give me the comments in the video, like the video. Hey, listen, and in the comment, I want the comment to be, thank you for the information tonight. And by the way, I got my ticket. I want to see, I got my ticket. That's what I'm interested in. I'll be honest with you. And if you were blessed, you say, I want to bless you, you can do that too. My Cash App is $ Dana Michelle Woods. You'll see my beautiful face. Yes, it is. Cash App, $ Dana Michelle Woods. Okay, so I can't make the event, but I can at least give a gift, because what you shared tonight, it helped me. That's my job. Have a wonderful, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Good night.